Hello YouTube and welcome to Blenderman's first quick tips tutorial. Now the new guy, he was the one that requested this on blenderartists.com, and he just asked if I could show how I do my water shaders, so I'm going to show that. So we're going to go ahead and go into Blender, go ahead and get rid of your cube, and once you get rid of your cube just throw a plane on there. I'm going to go ahead and zero out my camera. 90, 0, 0. Go into cycles, you know how this goes. Camera. Alright, let's get it set up to where you can see this here. Alright. Okay, go rendered. Get all my other stuff set up. Box rendering, sampling up to 1000. Oh, that's 100. Do 3/2 on the light bounces, no caustics. Performance 32 by 32. And I noticed something the other day. I didn't notice this until now. If you go into the performance and you change the tiles, it actually makes it render faster in the preview window here. That's not only just for when you're actually rendering out your image, it actually makes it render faster. As you can see now, it's really going. Alright, so how I do my water and my renders. Alright, I'm going to set up my sky like I always do. Set it to 1.5. Get my lamp. I'm going to do sun lamp. I always put it to 5. Alright. Now, like you saw in the last one, the calm, it had a lake. So, pretty much what you can do is you can go in there. That's how I do my water. Go in the new, go ahead and set it to glass. And I checked the IOR for water, and at a certain temp, there was IOR for different temperatures. The one I use is 1.333. That's your index over refraction for water at a certain temp. Okay. Now, I always set it to like a bluish. Doesn't have to be a dark blue. It can be a light blue. Now, you may be wondering, why do we have a flat plane that looks all weird like that? Well, this is how I do my water. In any of my scenes that you have seen that have water in them, there's always a plane under them. Doesn't matter what one I've done, what render it is, there's always a plane under them. You can set the sun however you want it. You can just play with it and see how it reflects over the ground like that. And if you set it to that dirt color that I always do, that kind of sandy color, you can see how it changes the water like that. See? It changes the color of the water. Then you can subdivide it a couple times. You can go to displace. And you don't want it that majorly displaced. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can either do it like this. This is how I did the one for the last render I did. Boom, there's some water. Just like that. And if you actually ever pay attention, if you go swimming at the lake or something, anywhere that there's shadows, that's how it looks. There's shadows, and then you can kind of see the ground under the water actually gives it the color. So if you've got a sandy color, you're going to get a sandy color in your water. If you have a muddy, murky brown color, your water is going to look like the ocean. Just like that. I like my sandy color, so I tend to lighten it up. Lighten it up like that. And see if you can play with it. Add a cube. So there's a cube. Cube in the water. Haha. If you put the cube under the water, you can still kind of see it. See? The index over refraction. You can see the light reflecting through here. And that's how I set mine. Now there's another way you can do this too. You can get rid of that modifier and give it, I have done this in a couple renders, give it an ocean modifier and shrink it back down to size because it's going to be way too big. That's for a full-size ocean. You can shrink it back down, and I turn my resolution up to like 13, and you can just play with how you want your waves. I have done it like that a couple times in a couple renders. And see, it does the same thing. Actually, if you use the wave modifier or the ocean modifier like that, it actually gives you more detail. It looks more like it looks deeper. See, I mean, you can set the depth. I can set it to 10 feet, and it's going to change it. The waves are going to be different. See, now the waves are a little different. I can set it to 1 foot. Now the waves are going to be really different. I mean, it comes standard at 200 feet. But that's my quick tip on my water shader for cycles. If you want to use it in your renders, you can also turn the water darker. You can turn purple if you want to, see? Wahaha. I usually have it set at a light blue. Somewhere in there like that. Maybe. If you want like a tropical blue, there you go. There's your tropical ocean. Or a nuclear ocean, you know. Nuclear fall off zombie world ocean. And turn it really green. There you go. There's your zombie ocean. But you can turn it whatever color you want. But that's how I do mine. That's how I do mine. Just remember to always put whatever your ground is in your renders. If you're going to be rendering water, always put your ground plane in there. You can bring it up really, really close, and then it looks like it's really, really shallow. You can get it right up in here, and then you know it's shallow. See, look. Boom. The closer you get it, the darker it's going to be. I like to get some light in there, kind of like, almost like in real life, where the light hits up under the water and bounces off the ground, refracts back up. So, there's my quick tip. I hope it helps you guys, and I will be giving you some more in-depth tutorials later on. Be sure to check out my sketchbook on the Blender Artists. We have some stuff going on that I'll keep updated on there, and you can find me at Twitter and on DeviantArt, but just go to Blender Artists and find me there, and then if you find my comments, you can find the rest of the links.